a violent 24 hours in the city after 3 shootings took place, as well as an incident on Hamilton Mountain involving a flamethrower.
Have you seen what's going on in Hamilton, Ontario right now?
I think we all agree that Hamilton is not a place for hate. I think we're all equally appalled by the news of the planned visit to our city by a group that promotes hate.
That right there was the mayor of Hamilton. Do you think she is disavowing the rise in crime and gun violence happening during the day in Hamilton?
Hamilton police have arrested and charged a man in connection to a beating and sexual assault earlier this week that left a woman fighting for her life.
No, she's disavowing comedians, political commentators that are on a speaking tour right now across Canada.
The group called Diagolon is planning the Hamilton meeting as part of what it calls its ROAD RAGE TERROR TOUR.
I think we all strongly condemn that collectively. We have a responsibility to stand up to that hate each and every time we see or hear it. That group is not welcome here.
And before I go on, this is not like a popular sentiment. Oh, we have to stop hate in Canada. This truly is a fringe minority of people who just happen to be journalists, politicians, and the people talking on your television screen.
A first-hand look tonight at a gunfight that broke out in downtown Hamilton in broad daylight.
There is growing concern in Hamilton tonight over a right-wing extremist group's plan for a rally in the city.
It reminds me of the South Park movie where they go to a world war over naughty words.
This is what we wanted! We wanted our children to be brought up in a smut-free environment! But we didn't want this! We're going to find our boys. For God's sake, Sheila, we're going to get them killed!
I mean, we have politicians who are ignoring the rise of crime, the homelessness, the shootings happening during the day, the demographic change and the cultural implications of all that. They're completely ignoring this and then instead calling anybody who talks about it racist and hateful.
We don't condone this group. We don't condone their message, and we don't condone that they were able to host it here.
And ironically, the Road Rage Terror Tour are probably the political commentators and comedians who talk about these problems the most. Yet this is the thing that politicians are busy disavowing. Oh, don't listen to these hateful people. They're going to make us look bad.
There's a fentanyl zombie crisis everywhere. It looks like Mega City 10.
Yeah, God forbid we point out the violent crime happening. That would be hateful.
Their message is very divisive. Their message is hateful. I also think that they're very violent and extreme.
And the media has tried to make Diagolon, the guys on tour, look violent, and they have no evidence. Meanwhile, these Khalistani people are marching around with swords. Will the media cover that? Nope, they don't want to cover that at all. The Khalistani movement back in the day was responsible for the Air India bombing, the deadliest terror attack in Canadian history, by the way. But no, the media doesn't want to focus on that. They want to focus on these white guys driving around in an RV who sold tickets to a speaking tour. Great. We even had Climate Barbie chime in and give you a how-to cancel culture. How to try and shut down this event, this tour happening across the country.
He says Hamilton has no place for hate.
This is something that is not acceptable in our city.
The TV news even reported this guy echoing the same sentiment. Call every venue that you know.
They would talk to all the venues in Hamilton, public venues in Hamilton, to say, hey, you should be on the lookout for any request for this meeting that's going to happen on July 31st. And if they get a request, they should refuse it.
Call every venue and ban them. They don't belong here. Those aren't human beings. I mean, the whole thing is so ironic and we're used to it, right? These are the diversity people. We love everybody, not these people. Shut down their venue. Call every venue in the city. They don't belong in this city. Get them out of here. What are they, white concerned Canadians? Concerned about rising crime? They're hateful. Shut them down.
Our city must be free of racism, discrimination. People need to feel safe and welcome and belonging in our city, and we have a responsibility to stand up to that hate.
These are mayors in Canada. These are our leaders. It's completely absurd. So what am I going to do about it? I'm going to be performing for the Road Rage Terror Tour happening in Hamilton this evening. And of course, shout outs to Jeremy McKenzie, the Ferryman, and Derek Rance, Morgan May as well. We'll see you tonight.